If you're new here, oh, okay, I should look up this way. Welcome to Nice Ethereal Ephipanies. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about all the things. I share my opinions, my thoughts, just kind of think through life, psychology, things I'm experiencing. So I have not been on here for quite a long time. As you see, the background is different from where I normally shoot on the lake. And it's been a month, over a month since I posted last. And it's because life has been kicking my behind. It really has been kicking my behind. And sorry if it sounds like I'm whispering, it's because I can't like talk too loud. And so, yeah, life has been kicking my behind. So I just came on here to say, like, not that there's a whole bunch of viewers, but like, you know, for those 4 or 5 of you who look at all my videos, like, I'm okay. Uh, I think like last, I have to go back and see what was the last video, but I think I was doing the countdown. And oh, by the way, I have actually recorded almost every day for the past month and a half, but I didn't post a lot of them because one, I didn't feel like editing, just being honest, like work had picked up quite a lot, my day job. And so, and then I've taken on a couple of like side projects to just try to like get as much money saved as possible so I can leave next year. And so it's just been a lot. So I had to like prioritize, like, okay, like I want to do this YouTube thing and I'm really liking it. It's really allowing me to get back in the mode of expressing myself. And really, when I think about it, like improving or getting back to my prior communication skills, because I think I might have mentioned before, like I do really feel like I am not expressing myself the way I normally do. And I'm not sure if I said this even, but I've been experiencing like intellectual loneliness, and for the past couple of years, like not being able to really have very intellectual conversations has really put a damper on my mental health because I really thrive off of that. And so being in spaces with people who are not intellectuals or like even open to like, you know, learning, exploring, understanding, etc., having meaningful conversations just took a toll on me. So anyway, yeah, I've been gone because I have been too exhausted to edit, one. And two, a lot of the videos I was recording were a little bit like emotional, and some of them were like very rambly. So I'm not really sure if I'm ever gonna post them. I'll probably go through them. Also, it's like really funny because like for a whole month and a half, every single video I started by saying like, "Hey, sorry I haven't like posted in a while. Hey, like just all the intros are very weird, so they're very funny, weird. So that's another thing is that like I do like to edit out my and right now, like the software that I was using, Descript does that for me. And I know like you might notice like sometimes like I'm saying something, it might like cut short. It might be because there's a there. So for this video, I'm like not doing any editing at all. I'm just gonna like cut like trim the end and the beginning and the end, and that's probably gonna be it. Just because I want to just get something out there just to be like, hey, like I'm still here, like just to give a short update. I yeah. So those videos, they'll probably come to light someday, but I just wanted to just come on here and just say like, hey. And another thing is that like I'm now so used to, sorry, my lips are probably really dry. I'm now so used to writing because like that was my original like form of expression as a kid was writing and not speaking because I wasn't really allowed to express myself. And then once I got out on my own, like it then became like second nature to express myself. But I really think the things that have happened over the past couple of years have kind of made me like regress in that way of like I'm not as communicative as I normally am. I hope I said that correctly. I don't express myself as what I normally do because of the environments that I was in. So, what was I saying there? I forgot. See, it's my ADHD brain. I can like sometimes it's really funny. I'm like talking, but also thinking about something else at the exact same time. And then once I'm done with my sentence, I realized that like that thought had interrupted the flow of that sentence, and then I forgot I was even saying that sentence. Anyway, uh, so sorry about that. And also, I edit some of those out too in some of my videos, which, yeah, as I said, you're gonna get this like unedited, which is fine for me. Actually, I just realized something. I hope I'm using the right. No, I thought I was using my headphones. Oh my gosh, I just let me see. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this whole time I wasn't using. No, I thought like really known to do this because it's much easier and faster this way. I thought this whole time that it was using my headphones for the microphone. So I hope the audio is okay. I just talked a lot. Like, oh geez. I hope the audio is okay. There was like for some reason I was like talking, I just remembered that for some reason. Because yeah, I forgot that Zoom sometimes like I have the Logitech stream cam and sometimes it uses that microphone instead of a headphone. So like if it's using that microphone and I'm all the way over here and I'm like whispering or talking quite low, it doesn't pick it up. So that's why I have these in. But yeah, so anyway, I just came on to say this just for now. And another thing I think I'm gonna do is that like I do feel like YouTube does prioritize when you have like a nice background and all that stuff. That I don't know, that's just like my observation over the years. But I think for consistency purposes and just to like as I said, just kind of get my ethereal epiphanies out there, and get the thoughts out. I'm just gonna like days like this, like I'm gonna in the future when it's light outside, because I was like ready to record at like 2 o'clock and then things happen and I got into conversation. Next thing you know, it's like 4 o'clock and then the sun goes down and now I have this like bad lighting. So I think I might do is like even on days that I'm tired, like I always have like a list of things that I'm gonna talk about in my videos. And I try to make it a little bit structured so I'm not like really rambling for a very long time. So what I think I'm gonna start doing is like if I could make it to a nice location to record, great. If not, it's fine to just record in whatever room I'm in. And if the line is not great, I think that's okay. As long as I just get the thoughts out there because it really does also help me when I like do these ethereal epiphanies and I don't start with the writing first, but I just like talk it out on video. I take the transcript and I take that and turn that into a blog post, or I do a little bit more research and then um turn that into a blog post or ethereal epiphany, a written version. So like sometimes what I've done, like I think the video I was talking about critical thinking and Kaizen, I think I might have posted that video, but like that one, I just like did the research beforehand, then I like formulated some bullet points, came on camera, and then just talked about it. And then later after that, I took the transcript from that video and then just created a written ethereal epiphany which actually then prompted me to want to turn this into a course. So I like that thinking and writing process of like research, bullet points, talk it out, formulate my own thoughts, words, etc., transcript, structured post. Like I think I'm liking that flow right now. Because even when I'm not on camera, when I think about it, that's what I do anyway, actually. Like for my ethereal epiphanies, like I'm dyslexic. Just to like, if you haven't know, if I didn't say that before, which I think I did, but um, for me, like writing, physically typing, all that stuff is quite a lot. And I find that it does hinder my writing workflow. What I actually do normally is that whenever I'm doing any sort of writing, I always like just word vomit into a voice memo or something, and then like so like this was my process at one point and it's definitely changed, it's become more streamlined. I would like word vomit like what I think, put it into AI and say, hey, can you give me some bullet points of how I can build on this? Then I do another recording or I just do like speech to text and then combine those two and then turn that into a blog post. And that was it wasn't a lot of work. Um, but I feel like if you're gonna like my thing is that like I'm really trying to improve the quality of my writing. So like that's why I do the ethereal epiphanies. I don't want to just like word vomit my thoughts. Like I just like I mean look, I posted one today actually on my blog and I did like lots of research on it first. I didn't record it like a video like this beforehand. I did research. I then gave my own thoughts on it and my own take on the subject, and then took that transcript, fed it into ChatGPT, asked it to clean it up, and I took it and I then inserted places where I thought the research could be helpful, and then I just like turned it into a post, and um, yeah. So I think the one, let me see, I don't want to share my screen, but. Um, But I feel like wait, let me see. Actually, wait. I think I can do. Yeah, let me do that. Hold on a second. I can just share this one. Let me see. Yeah, okay. I know I'm gonna butcher how to say this. Um, yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see. This is why I also like to use Zoom and like not sit outside. I can do stuff like this. So let me see more, and then your screen options. No, it's so funny doing this when it's just you. Okay, so I think it's this one. I hope I'm sharing the right thing because I am not. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I am not um doing any sort of editing to this later. But yeah, so this is the Ethereal Epiphany that I did today. And I did like, by the way, prior to today, I did lots of research on this. I came across this word because I was on New Scientist and I had taken like a pre-course or something and um it had just like really like made me think of my own choices and other people that I know. And so okay, let me just okay, so yeah, the theory of epiphany is my initial understanding of dysrationalia. I'm saying it correctly, dysrationalia. That's what it looks like. Hold on, let me just see. This is what I do when I don't know how to pronounce a word, I just do this. Oh, dysrationalia. Okay, dysrationalia. Or sometimes I just like do a Google search and like sometimes like it doesn't have it now, but like sometimes it would just like like sometimes it has the word and then like the pronunciation button. I always do that because like I as I said before, I used to have a stutter and so certain words trip me up. So I try to like when it's a word I've never seen before or I'm not sure how to pronounce it, try to like slowly sound it out, or I just use that pronunciation button on Google search and just figure it out. But yeah, anyway, so this was something that I was like really interested in because and so sorry, so this post is about how like smart people sometimes make dumb decisions. It really made me think of like how many I didn't say this in a post, but like I know so many CEOs who are like really smart, but like have no common sense, or like without the right people by their side, they make the wrong decisions. And then I thought, as I said earlier, I thought about myself, how like sometimes I, oh, I just realized that, um, oh geez, I just realized it's fine. I'm just gonna change it later. I just realized something's on my screen that like I didn't want to share, but oh geez, I just realized that. But anyway, yeah. So I realized that like about myself as well, that like I can definitely say that um I think I'm at least average IQ. I mean, I think I'm averagely smart. I mean, I know what my IQ is, but I'm not if I'm ever going to say it online because people get weird about that kind of stuff. But I know that I am smart, at least a minimum average smartness. But sometimes I make decisions that might be emotionally driven, and I'm always so careful to like not do that. Like sometimes, like, but like no one's perfect, right? Like I always try to like what's the word? Limmer? Is it limerence? I'm probably using that incorrectly as well, but I try to just like sit in my thoughts and emotions first before making a decision because I find that when you're emotional and you make decisions, it's never good. And so I think like that is a part of making better decisions, but I forgot. See, I'm telling you, like this is why it's a good time doing these Ethereal 50s because like I can even see how like my ADHD gets the best of me when I don't get to speak very often. Um, and I find it harder to express myself. So, and then again, this is now the second time in this video that I was talking about something, or third time because I got distracted. I was talking about something, then a thought came up, and I forgot what I was originally talking about. And that happens to me a lot when I'm not regularly speaking or having intelligent conversations. But anyway, the whole point of this really was to talk about the ethereal epiphanies and just how I take the time to do research. And so, so like this ethereal epiphany, for example, I read all of these. I think my screen is still showing. I read all of these blog posts, and I think there's like maybe one or two research papers here, but I just did first like my whole point of doing this, like, I really want to understand like what is dysrationalia. Wait, how do you pronounce it again? Hold on, I forgot already. See, I forgot how to pronounce it already. Oh, dysrationalia. At first, like my thing is that I like to be able to like understand hard concepts and like also like having ADHD and autism. Sometimes like I don't, or like I'll just say being neurodivergent. Sometimes like I don't grasp things on the first try. And so I just keep researching them and finding different ways to understand them. And I like to get to a point where like I can explain it to a 5-year-old. And that really helps me to like solidify my knowledge and things because otherwise, like I feel like when you, and I think I've heard many doctors say this too, like when you are able to, the best way to retain information is to like teach it or to like regurgitate it, but like in your own words. And I feel like that's so true because like I have a problem like recalling information unless I've taught it before or unless it's something that I've like really studied thoroughly. Um like yeah, and I'm about to get another tangent because another thought just came up, but yeah. So that was my purpose with this was to like try to understand it. And even now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I can actually like explain it very well, but yeah, I guess yeah, I guess I did earlier, right? It's just simply um when someone smart makes wrong decisions or why smart people make wrong decisions. I want to see what's the Google. Let me see. Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's sort of. So Google says it's defined as the inability to think and behave rationally despite adequate intelligence. It is a concept in educational psychology, it's not a clinical disorder. Let me see. Yeah, so I guess I mean that's basically what I was saying in this post though, right? I was saying that my understanding of it is that like let me see. Um oh, oh yeah, forgot I said that. Oh yeah, see, yeah, okay. So right, this is what because I wrote this really early in the morning, like when I first woke up this morning. Like, okay, I said here, knowledge and rational decision making are different skills. Just like what we can improve at solving math problems or learning a new language, we can get better at making rational choices. The key is recognizing when we might be falling into irrational thinking patterns or taking that extra moment to think things through. So like that's what I was saying earlier about like to me, I'm gonna say it wrong again. Dysrationalia. I'm just gonna say it like this. See, again, I forgot. This is why I just keep on using the word until it becomes natural. Okay, hold on. Wait, dysrationalia. Think that time I said it right. Dysrationalia. Dysrationalia. Okay, dysrationalia. Um, geez, now I forgot what I was saying again. This is like, oh my gosh. This is so embarrassing. But this is how I am when I'm that's what happens when you take a neurodivergent person who spends a whole year not talking to other human beings or barely like but yeah, anyway, so I was saying, yeah, to me, what dysrationalia means is when you of I guess I'm really of any intelligence level, just don't make smart decisions and don't make smart choices. And as I said earlier, it's when you perhaps make a choice that is emotional or irrational, versus making a choice that is logical or taking your time to make a choice. Um, so yeah, hmm. Actually, I'm really glad I did this because I felt like this morning I had a very solid understanding and I'm able to write about it. But like I wonder now, like, is that like definition like is my definition correct? I was like, I'm gonna just stop sharing my screen. Um, where's it? Hmm. Where's the little thing to stop sharing your screen? Usually it's like at the top. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that was. Okay. Let me do this. Go to my handy dandy chat GPT. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna use speech to text. Um, Hi, so this morning I wrote a blog post about dysrationality. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. Um, and my understanding of it is when smart people make um illogical or irrational decisions. Basically, when smart people make dumb decisions. And it's when you make dumb decisions because perhaps you're making the decision based on emotions or you're just in a state where you're irrational or erratic or etc. Is my definition correct? Like, am I explaining this correctly? Period. So, by the way, I think I might have said this before, like, because of my dyslexia and everything, I use speech to text, also just like much faster. Um, Also, I was not even planning to do all this on this video, but why not? Like, I have a little bit of time. So let me see what it says. Because I feel like this morning I felt confident that I was explaining it correctly. But see, like this is why I think it's good for me to do these video versions. I was a chair, by the way. And so I think it's good for me to do these video versions of these ethereal epiphanies because, again, I said this earlier, I'm so great at expressing myself via writing, but because of things that have happened in the past 2 years, like I'm not expressing myself correctly or the way I normally do. And so maybe I needed this practice today because I was a writing warrior on this subject this morning, and now that I have to actually talk about it, I'm like, is that correct? Am I writing this thinking? So yeah. Anyway, let me just fix this thing in Chat GPT. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Um, Let me see what it says. Sorry, I would do a screen share, but I don't want you guys to see some of the other oh, okay. All right. It says your understanding of dysrationalia is mostly correct. Dysrationalia refers to a phenomenon where intelligent people fail to act rationally. That's what I said. Didn't I say that? Okay. Anyway, or make poor decisions. I said that too. Despite, oh, okay. So it has to do with high intelligence. Okay, that's where I went wrong. So even earlier in this video, I think I said like regardless of your intelligence or intelligence level. But this is saying it's specifically in regards to people with high intelligence. Okay. Then it says this occurs when they rely on flawed reasoning, cognitive biases, emotional factors, which I said earlier, rather than logic. I said that too, or evidence-based thinking. It doesn't necessarily mean they're being dumb. Okay, so I probably didn't use that word. Did I use that word? Maybe I did. But rather that their reasoning is impaired in specific instances due to, yeah, all the things I just said. Um, okay, so it's not, yeah, so maybe I shouldn't have used the word dumb. But let me just try this. Okay, so now let me just try to put this in my own words again. Because it doesn't pick up the word. Do this. Is when people of high intelligence make illogical or irrational decisions. Okay, so that's my that's so now someone asks me, what is this? That is going to be my definition. Let me see if ChatGPT says that that one sentence version is correct. Hey, we're learning together, aren't we? Okay. Now it's still saying that my version's incorrect. Okay, it's saying okay, actually, let me see if I can just play this out loud. Enough of okay, so I don't know if you guys heard all that, but okay, it says this rationalia is when highly intelligent people make illogical or irrational decisions, often because their reasoning is influenced by biases, emotions, or flawed thinking process. Okay, is that what I say? Okay, all right, let me try this again. Let me try it one more time because I want to get it to a point where like I can verb like if someone brings up this word and they're like, oh, like, do you know what that means? Like, I've always done this. Like, if I don't know something, I practice until like I get it and like I can put it in my own words. So this is what I do. I'm gonna try again. Okay. Here is me trying again in my own words. Okay. Okay. Is when highly intelligent people make illogical or irrational decisions driven by biases, emotions. I'll just say biases and emotions or other factors or other flawed factors. Okay, so let me practice that again. Okay, dysrationalia is when highly intelligent people make illogical or irrational decisions due to biases. I forgot already. Due to biases, emotional emotional thinking and emotional and flawed thinking. Okay, I'll say it that way. Dysrationalia is when highly intelligent people make illogical or irrational decisions. Oh, it stopped. No, what? It got rid of. I hate speech and text. Oh my God. It got rid of all of that. Okay. You know what? Now I gotta start over. Okay. It is when highly intelligent people make irrational or illogical decisions based on biases and emotional and flawed factors or emotional responses, and other flawed factors. That's how I'm going to explain it for now. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says now. Oh my gosh! You know what? It keeps telling me that like I think what I'm saying is okay. All right, I'm just gonna listen. What I'm saying is okay. Now it's saying a more polished version of what I'm saying is dysrationalia is when highly intelligent people make illogical or irrational decisions due to biases, emotional responses, or other flawed factors. I just said that. Anyway, anyway. Oh gosh. Well, that was fun. Now, you know what else? Another thing I really want to like actually understand because I'm just going to be honest, like I don't really get it when people say this. And oh my gosh, I'll do this for my next ethereal epiphany maybe. When I get off of here, I'm going to do that. I really want to understand like cognitive dissonance because I really when people talk about that, I actually really don't get it. I don't know why I'm whispering, but like I really don't. I really just do not get it. People meet like it's been explained to me in so many different ways. And the way that I understand cognitive dissonance is when, like, again, flawed thinking, when you have a flawed point of view of something, or when your view of something is different than what the exact scenario is or outcome is. Actually, let me just, since I'm here, this will be the last thing, and then I want to order some food or something because I'm really hungry. Um, 'Cause, yeah, I don't have anything in the fridge or anything I could put in the microwave. Okay, let me see. Yeah. In one sentence, in layman's terms, what is cognitive dissonance? 'Cause that's one that like when people mention it, I always forget what it actually means. So I'll do another thing with that. Just okay. Oh, see, I was even wrong. It says cognitive dissonance is an uncomfortable feeling you get when your actions, beliefs, or thoughts contradict each other. Oh, okay. Hmm. Mm. I guess that was sort of. I mean, it's not my explanation was not the same. But I guess maybe it's parallel to each other. Hmm. Hmm. It's an uncomfortable feeling you get when your actions, beliefs, or thoughts contradict each other. Hmm. Yeah, see, that's the next thing I have to. Yeah, but since I was a kid, I've always loved doing this with like, oh, sorry, with like psychology terms and stuff like that. And I remember just being a kid and like being obsessed with psychology and like deep diving into all the things that I was learning and like trying to learn how to explain them to someone else. And actually, what I would do, so right now I'm in a situation where I can't talk to my friends and family. Long story. What I used to do is that like I had my mom's like psychology books. I would take them, I would like read them, and then I would try to like write in my own words. This when I was like a teenager, like maybe not like early adolescent probably. And I would like try to write them in my own words. And then on the weekends, when I would like see my friends who are older and stuff like that, I would like be like, oh, did you know that like this isn't like, oh, did you know that like there's different levels of like bipolar and blah blah blah. And like then I would explain it to them. And then they'll be like, oh, like where'd you learn it from? I was like, oh, I read it in a textbook. And then I would just keep doing that to everyone that I knew. I would just like tell them what I learned until like I became comfortable saying it and I felt confident in what I was saying. So yeah, so I need to do that with now dysrationalia. I said it in 100 different ways. And the same with cognitive dissonance. Um, but yeah, this is not supposed to be about any of this, but I don't know. I just felt like maybe it was nice to take you through my process exactly of like how I do these. ethereal epiphanies and how I just my thought process behind things, how I learn as well. Because maybe I'm realizing that this might be helpful to other people that are interested in writing and understanding like complex topics, psychology, etc. Um, I've come to realize a lot of people, like myself at some point, like would just read things and not actually comprehend or understand it to a point where you could explain it to someone else. And as I said earlier, like I have friends who are doctors and they say the same thing is that like you don't really know something until you're able to confidently explain it to someone else and explain it in a way that they understand it. Because someone can explain things 100 different ways, but if the other person never like does not get it at all, or like multiple people don't get it, then that maybe you don't have a good understanding. And either you might not have a good understanding, or um yeah, if you can explain it in a way that like a 5 or 10-year-old can understand it, I just think that I mean actually it doesn't mean that you don't have a good understanding. It just means that maybe you can express yourself in a way that everyone can understand or all levels can understand. Maybe it means that. But anyway, as I said, now I'm getting hungry. I was supposed to come on here and do like a 10-minute video. And now, like now I might edit this one. No, I don't think so, because I'm not paying for this script until I get my next paycheck. But anyway, I'm sort of back. I'm going to try to be back. I don't know what's gonna happen with all those videos. I might try to edit some. I don't know, as I said earlier. But anyway, um, thanks for listening to my ethereal epiphanies today. I also want to see how many times I said in this video. Huh. Also, I think there's something called Clip Champ that I could use to remove some of the ums just in case. I don't know. I'll see. But anyway, thanks for staying and listening to my ethereal epiphany and walking through this process with me, and also realizing that I did not actually understand, or I did understand, but that I needed to learn how to verbally express that I understood what I wrote and researched today. So, anyway, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I'll be back soon. Maybe even after I eat tonight. Because I mean, the lighting is not so bad. I mean, I, this does get me recognized a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not putting on makeup either. Um, I think it's also the lighting. I wish I had. Hmm, maybe I could use my phone light or something so it's not so harsh. Or I could just like move this down. I'll figure it out later. But anyway, if I'm not too tired later, I might just come back on, do another video, and maybe go through this process again with you. Maybe for another subject. Because I have like literally my Notion, I have like maybe close to like 100 different things to talk about and write about in my ethereal epiphany. So yeah, that's it. So have a great day, evening, night, and it's Friday. I just realized that. But have a great weekend as well. If I post this tomorrow, still have a great weekend. I hope that you're staying safe and warm wherever you are. I know we had some snow here this week twice. So I hope that you and your families are doing great, doing all right. You're taking care of yourself. And yeah, okay. I'll update the other thing in another video. See ya. Bye.